What is going on, guys? This is Stan here, and welcome to a different video on the channel. This is Football Manager 2019. I haven't got Football Manager 2020 at the moment, mainly just because I haven't had Football Manager 2019 for that long. Downloaded it July, August last year, so I'm still in the groove of that, still enjoying that. I thought we'd make a video here. Pretty much just one season, basically do a little series, one season, pick a team in the championship. So I usually, when I play this, I go for mid-table Premier League teams, or I go for Arsenal, which is my favourite team. One of the saves I've done recently, I started off in the National League South, went up through the divisions with multiple teams, ended up going to Lazio, Leipzig, etc. I really enjoyed it, but I thought this time we'll go for a championship team, namely Leeds, as you can see here. And we'll just see what happens. We'll see if we can get promoted. That's Leeds' ultimate goal, so we'll see if we can get promoted. I have got the latest update. Seeing as the game's been out for so long now, it has got the most recent update. Have a quick look at the advanced setup here. Alright, we don't need all these leagues. We don't need most of these, to be honest. So let's get rid of... We don't want to... All of these only need to be view only, because we're only going to be doing one season. Yeah, let's do League 2 and above. We don't need China. Brazil will do the top division. Don't need Belgium. Actually, we'll go top division. Keep the Dutch league, Italian top, Portuguese top, Spanish top, Bundesliga top. Okay, that is all good. We'll start in early pre-season, and we'll start the game, and I'll come back when we've got the initial stuff set up. Alright, we are back. As you can see, we have officially taken charge of Leeds. Nice little introduction here. Obviously, we've replaced Bielsa as the manager. We have a director of football who's not bad, actually, really good in terms of judging player ability and potential, which is very good. We have been invited to a meeting to kind of meet the board, meet the chairman, so let's go to that. Okay, just a nice little welcome to the club. Okay, let's get started. Do we want to hear a bit about the history? Yeah, let's learn a bit more about the club. No philosophies, that's fine. We'll have a press conference with the media. And we'll talk to the assistant manager, Diego Reyes. Not bad, not great, but not too bad. Inter-squad friendly. Now, we don't need to do that, so that's fine. That's the end of the meeting. What we've got... Obviously, this is going to be the start of the 18-19 season, I believe. So it's going to be some quite old transfers in here, especially if you're a Leeds fan. You're going to think some of this is a bit strange. Kiko Casilla obviously coming in goal, which is quite an interesting sign-in. Quite like it, actually. Inductions are fine. I'm fine with that. I've played enough of this game now. Just leave that as it is. These are some of the transfers obviously happened this season. Yeah, the 18-19 season. Bit of a background to Leeds. Obviously, we know they're a very famous club for their history. I mean, you can see they've won the Championship 3 times, won the Premier League 3 times, the Europa League 3 times, FA Cup. So yeah, they're doing really well. Obviously, you got the Roses. Is it Roses derby? I think it's the Roses derby there. With Manchester United, quite a fierce rivalry. Don't know why Galatasaray's there, but that's fine. Maybe that's to the old European competition. So what we got? We've got Okay, got quite a few good things about his squad. Some of the problems are the fullbacks, not really good depth in the team, and just 2.5 million in the budget. So we're not looking amazing in that regard. Good youth facilities, which is good, although it doesn't affect us too much, because we are only doing one season. At the moment, Liam Cooper is the captain, which makes sense. You know, he's got the highest leadership. Janssen is probably the better. Yeah, I can see where they're going with that. So I'm thinking Janssen there. Ayling can be a good backup, maybe Casilla as well. So that's captain sorted. Yeah, Bamford's got pretty good penalties taken, so we'll add him to penalties. And the rest of that we'll sort out another time. Matty Downing's got a contract expiring in a year. Who's this? Okay, crossing. Physical's letting him down there. So most of the technical's letting him down. He's alright, but he's never really going to make it. Let's continue. So season expectations. Reach playoffs. Yeah, I'm sure we can do that. 4th round. Slightly optimistic, but we'll give it a go. Maybe we should try and focus on the cups. Maybe we can up these a little bit. Even if we up them, it's not going to change the budget, so we'll leave it as is. Social feed, yeah, let's follow. Cool. Squad dynamics, let's have a meeting with the squad. Passionately want to say, you know, happy to be here, get to know them a little bit. Liam Cooper, the captain's happy to welcome me. And passionately say we've got to make the playoffs, and they're all happy with that. Perfect. Alright, so let's see. That is fine. Let's move on. So actually we don't really need, I mean, sure, I'm not going to watch that game, but it'd be cool to do it anyway. They made offer for Downing, which is actually alright, because it'll be quite good to get rid of him anyway. Yeah, Leighton Orient, you can have him. Not too sure about paying his wages after we've sold him, so let's not accept that one. I think what I'll do now is I'll pause this for a moment, and I'll come back when we've got to kind of the next stage of what I'm going to be doing here. Alright, so we are back. We've been invited to that press conference, a new manager press conference, so let's go in. Initial thoughts on taking the job? Very excited and can't wait to get stuck in. We'll say it calmly. Are your ambitions for the club matched by the chairman? Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I've got some good things planned. Do you think the expectations of you this season have been fair and realistic? That's a very good question. So to reach the playoffs, 4th round, 3rd round. Yeah, we can do that. We can definitely. Very happy with everyone wants. Yeah, we're happy. What attracts us? It's just a massive club. That's what attracts us to the club. Any reservations? Yeah, we'll just calmly say, not every day you get to come to a club like Leeds. You're taking step into management despite being 20 years of age. Will you struggle to command a dressing room? No. Very much attack-minded coach. It's a good question. I haven't really decided how I'm going to play. I haven't really looked at the team at all yet, which we'll do after this press conference. Any decisions around back? Again, we haven't even looked at our backroom staff yet. Does the squad have the quality? Yeah, I mean, I don't know yet. Simple answer. We'll have to cautiously say we'll find out soon. Have you met them? Yeah, not spent a great deal of time with them, but it's an encouraging environment. And what role can the supporters play? Passionately say they play a massive part. We need them in their numbers. How far you take the club, we can make a long-term success. Let's do it. So, a couple of players here in the under 23s. Do you know what? That's not a bad player for an 18-year-old. Came from Barcelona as well, so play. Okay. I'll tell you what we'll do. Move them up to the under 23s, and we can move them back if we need to, if they're not good enough. Got a winger here. I don't really play with flat midfield, so we'll leave him there for now. Aylin's come down from team leader. All right, so we've got a couple of high potential players. Tyler Roberts, I'm very much aware. Manchester City, no, I've made that up. West Brom, where we bought him from. These players can be phenomenal potentials, apparently. Oh, I've heard of Shackleton. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's continue one step on. Now let's have a look at the squad. I'll come back once I've decided what sort of tactic I want to play, and I'll show you the squad. Okay, welcome back to the tactics page. This is what I'd say is my preferred starting 11. Obviously, a couple of players are injured, a couple of players on holiday. But I wanted to go through with you the actual tactic itself and the players involved. So, going for a gegenpress, I think that's pretty much the most. I've played a lot of this. I think I've played something like 600 hours on this now, and I feel like out of all the ones I've used a lot of wing play, used a lot of control possession, I use a lot of gegenpress, and I feel like this is the most, especially if you're a team that's expected to do well most games, fighting for playoffs. This is probably the best tactical style to go with. In terms of mentality, I've left it on balanced for now. Usually I go on positive or attacking, but I found recently that if I stick on balanced, leave it at the start of the game, see how things go, see how it develops, see how much possession we've got, see how many chances the opposition create, and then we can make a decision from there. If we're getting dominated, we can move to cautious or defensive, or if we're doing very well, we can move to positive or attacking. So we'll go through now the in possession. Going quite narrow with a gegenpress, you need to have a narrow formation so that you can swarm all together. If you're too wide, you're never going to be able to kind of press as a pack rather than individually. In terms of the approach play, we would like to pass into space, and mainly just because there's a lot of technical ability in this squad. Not massive amounts, but players like Hernandez, Calvin Phillips, they've got quite good, and the fullbacks aren't too bad either. They've got quite good technical ability. So we've also gone with be expressive and creative freedom, so we can express long balls. We've gone for standard directness, but we can express kind of creative passing into the space down maybe the wings. We haven't specified that, but that's kind of the idea. We'll work the ball into the box. Again, we expected to dominate most games, so if we can work the ball into the box, create good chances, and go from there. We want to play a high tempo. It kind of goes along with the gegenpress. We don't need to time waste. And low crosses. If we're working the ball into the box, we want to get right up to the byline, inside the box, and then just cut it across. Simple passes can be quite useful. Now in transition, these two things are quite counter press and counter are quite obvious when it comes to the gegenpress. As soon as you lose the ball, you want it back straight away. It might leave us a bit exposed at times, and maybe against bigger teams we might look to regroup, but as a whole this is what we're going to go with. And when the goalkeeper's in possession, we don't need to rush. We can just take our time, pass out from the back. Our defenders aren't too bad at passing. 11 passed in 12 first touch isn't terrible for a defender, but 13 concentration's good, 16 composure's really good, so that shouldn't be a problem. And Cooper, 10 passing, 11 first touch, again not too bad, okay composure and concentration, so we shouldn't have any issues with that. The fullbacks are okay, 12 crossing, that's the most important thing, is the crossing, and Douglas is going to be incredible for that. His physicals aren't great, letting him down slightly, but his technicals more than make up for it. He's an incredible free kick taker as well, which is why we have asked to play for set pieces. Barry Douglas will be taking our free kicks. In terms of the outer possession, again, we don't want to go too high and leave ourselves exposed, because our defenders aren't very quick. If we just have a quick check on Janssen, 12 acceleration, 14 pace isn't actually that bad for a defender. But Cooper is quite slow, so we don't want to go too high. We don't want to go overboard, so much higher, but we'll stick on higher. I don't want to use tighter marking purely because nearly every save I've used it in, we just get so many red cards using that. especially when combined with get stuck in. So what I want to do to start the save is I don't want to touch tackling. I like get stuck in, but depending on the team and how kind of disciplined they are, sometimes that can lead to a lot of red cards. So I'm going to leave it off, see how we go, and maybe that's something we can revisit later on. So in terms of personnel, I really like the look of Shackleton. Got very good potential according to the scouts. Pretty good physicals, a little bit small, not very strong, but he's only 18, so he could grow a little bit more. Can actually get a bit stronger. In fact, we can actually try and train his strength, try and get that up. His jumping reach is really poor as well, but that's what happens when you're 5'5". Calvin Phillips, we all know about Calvin Phillips. He's incredible in the championship. Very good mentals, pretty good physicals. Technicals can be worked on. He is kind of more natural as a box to box. Would make sense actually. Good aggression, good bravery, anticipation. And he's very well rounded in the technical department. But we don't really have anyone else that can play DLP. We don't want to get rid of. We want to show the starting 11. There's no one else that can really play there. We've got Forshaw that isn't too bad, but if we switched them around, Forshaw's marking of 10, tackling of 12. It's not. That's actually only marginally worse than Phillips. Do you know what? I've changed already how I want to do this. No, if I do this, Shackleton's not a great. If we did that, Phillips can't really play as Mazzala. I would prefer, but Shackleton's not a very good Mazzala just because his technicals are just not good enough. He's got good physicals, but that's pretty much it. I'm thinking, even though Phillips would be very good box to box, we leave him down here. Shackleton can be the box to box, and Forshaw can be the Mazzala. He's lacking a bit of physicals, but I'm hoping that these mental stats down here, good first touch, good passing, can be very influential as a Mazzala. So we move up to Hernandez, who's, he's old now, but I'm only doing one season. He's got incredible mental stats. Apart from positioning lets him down, the others not too bad, even the red one's not too bad. In terms of the technicals, he's got everything you need. Good teamwork, good vision, passing, first touch. He's perfect for the central attacking mid, which would kind of make more sense to just do that and put Hernandez in, which could be an option. Maybe we can make a second tactic. So we actually have Jack Clark on the bench that could play instead of Shackleton. We could do that. But I feel like this isn't very good for a gegenpress system, and that's how I want to play. But this could be a second tactic that we work on in the background. So we'll revisit that at a later date, if need be, if we're struggling. So let's put Shackleton back in there. So that's how I want to look. Alioski, I mean, very good physicals, apart from jumping, but that doesn't matter. Pretty good mentals, and just very well-rounded technicals, so he should be very good. Up front, I haven't really chosen a striker yet. I kind of just put Roof in because he had the highest star rating in the team. But we also have Tyler Roberts on the bench, who, when you compare them, I think Roof is slightly better, but it's not much in it. As you can see here, if we go to the attributes as well, Roof is slightly better in most stuff, especially the mentals. So we'll leave that. The other option we have is Bamford, who again, I don't like his physicals. His mentals are okay. His mentals are very, very well rounded, but not quite there. And I think his shooting is slightly better than Tyler Roberts. But yeah, so he's actually, well, according to this, a lot better than Roberts. The reason I put Roberts on the bench is because he's a lot more versatile. Although Bamford can play out wide right, you can see here that Roberts can play anywhere across that attacking midfield line, which could come in handy. But maybe we'll rotate them free across the front line. So that's what we've got. We've also got Izzy Brown, could be a good shadow striker. Injured at the moment, but we can look at that at some point. So yeah, that's the team at the moment. Obviously we've got Casilla in goal. I think we've actually got a really good backup goalkeeper here in Bailey Peacock Farrell, but obviously is not anywhere near the level of Casilla. But in on itself, yeah, Peacock Farrell is a good goalkeeper, but just not quite ready for the championship just yet. So that's the team. I don't think there's anything else to really show you. I just changed penalties. Pablo Hernandez take the. I don't think I've done much else. Made sure I added Barry Douglas to all the set pieces, but that was pretty much it. What else can we see? See what the team report says. So in terms of squad depth, good striking wise, good left wing, good right wing, okay midfield. It's just the DM that lets us down, but again with the fullbacks we're all very good, and like I said, Peacock's quite a good backup goalkeeper. So finances, which we'll have a look at, 18 million, only 2.5 to spend. We're almost maxed out our wage budget, so we won't be able to really spend any money, which is a shame, but ultimately we need to get promoted and we'll get plenty of money from doing that. So don't think there's much else to show you. The under 23 squad, a couple of players aren't too far off. O'Shaughnessy unfortunately is on loan, can't recall either, and the other one, Edmonton, looks like a really good prospect, but not quite there, maybe in a couple of years. So I think that's what we're going to do for the moment. In terms of the schedule, got a few friendlies lined up. I think I'll go through them off camera. Oh, look at the staff actually. Staff's really good. I don't really need to change that. We could improve it slightly, but we don't need to recruit because I'm only going to be doing one season, so it's not really relevant. Coaching's good enough for the moment, so I don't need to change that either. So looking down the side, I think that's all we need to look at for the moment. I'll cut the video here and I'll come back when we've got some more news. So welcome back. We've actually got something quite interesting here. We've actually got an offer for Jack Clark, who I would really like to keep at the club. He's not in the first 11, but he's definitely a rotational in and out of the team. So I don't really want to lose him, especially if we're only going to get 550k up front, considering we only get to keep 75% of what we get, and that's all we're going to get ultimately in our one season. So although he's going to need some convincing to stay at the club now, I want to keep him. I don't want to be too harsh. I've only just got him in, so I think I'm going to say I'll let you go if they'll meet our valuation. Now, I think says he's worth 2.1. Definitely isn't. He's got good technicals, good pace. He's worth more than that in this market, and he's homegrown at club, which is huge. So I think we're going to be looking at around about 8 million. I think if they offer 8.5, say 8.5, he's saying 2.4, which is outrageous. I'm going to go to 7.5, and he says it's getting daft now. It's not getting daft. The fact that I think okay, if we get 5, that's it. Totally unrealistic. I'm sorry, but I can't be selling you that offer. So we'll have to leave it for now. It's a shame, really. And obviously, Jeffrey Benitez has been asked, "Are you going to keep going for him?" He wants to keep going for him. I think it's fair to say it's a little bit maybe naive of me to do this, but we are quite powerless if he's going to try and force a move. But we want him to go for the right amount. So yeah, we'll come back if we get any further news. So we return on the profile of Mili Jedinak. It's quite an interesting one. He's been transfer listed for 500,000, which I think is probably not a bad sum for who he is. Obviously, he's a fully fledged Australian international, and he plays that deep role very well as either a halfback or a ball-winning midfielder. I'd probably say more to the halfback. Incredible mentals. His physicals are good for what we need him for, especially as a halfback. Maybe not a ball-winning midfielder, but definitely as a halfback. Very good technicals. The only problem with him is I do actually want to go in. I think if I make an offer, let's say, not to be too stingy, let's say 400,000. They're saying 500. We say 450. We'll just go with 500 is fine. It'll be quite interesting because the problem is his wages. That's the only issue. His wages are quite high. But we'll see what they come back with on that. I'd be quite interested to see if he comes in. So he said he wants to be rotational. I think that's fair. I don't think we need to change that. He wants us to get promoted the following season. Yeah, we'll do that. See if we can get into negotiations with him. Now, this is very high. This is much higher than we can go. Ooh, okay. I'll offer this. It's going to be way off, but we'll see what he comes down to. We need significant improvement in the next offer. It's very true. I think because we can't really go much higher than that, I will offer him as much as I can in these other ones. Because I'm quite interested to see if we can get him in. We're going to add some really stupid clauses just to see if we can tempt him. Yeah, let's just add some strange clauses in, see if we can get him to stay. Wage after reaching league games, so this actually could be quite good. After he reaches 15 games, we can offer him, let's say, 23. Another bonus, team of the year bonus, 100k. Hopefully, it's not a great offer. So he's not completely deterred by that, but I think the wage is going to let us down. And a goal bonus. Let's do 10. Let's do 10k on that as well. Not going to score many goals. Promotion from the championship. Let's say 150k. All right, couldn't get him unfortunately, but we'll see if there's any other one who can come in that deep line playmaking role. So we'll come back if we've got any more news. We return here on another scouting meeting that we've received from Craig Dean on a player called Mads Albeck. Now, I like the look of him. He says it's going to cost us no more than 1.3 million. Loves big matches, shouldn't have a problem working consistent, so it should be pretty good. His main position is this central midfield as a deep line playmaker, but he can also play here as a deep line playmaker or just a defensive midfielder. I really like the look at him. Very good mentals, pretty good physicals. Maybe not quite that strong for that defensive role, but shouldn't be a problem. Maybe as rather than a defensive midfield as such, he'd be playing here as a deep line playmaker, which could work. I'm quite interested in him, and I think I'm going to make an offer. So we're going to go in here. I'm thinking something like 10% percentage profit. If we start the offer at 725, maybe over the next 3 years we'll pay him another 150k. Let's see what they say. Okay, 1.1 million with 20% sum. That isn't too bad. I want to bring this down because we don't really have that much to spend this season, so I want to keep that low. Bring this. Okay. Right, they've accepted 1 million, which is good. Just continue this report. See if there's anyone else in here. Not really interested in that one. Don't need wingers, don't need centre-backs really. Another goalkeeper, we don't need goalkeepers. On a free transfer, so this one's quite interesting actually. Very good physicals, very good heading, good mentals, except work rate, but it's not too bad for a defender. I'm going to scout him. We'll scout him and see what happens, but once again, I'll come back when we got some more news. Okay, we're back here with the contract offer for Mads Elbeck. This is what they've asked for. Now, I never accept the first offer, so I'm thinking we can think about this, so maybe 10.5. I think that should be fine. Yeah, he's happy with that. 2 years. Don't need him for any longer than that. 10.5k. Very good. That'd be quite nice to have them in the team. And then they'll probably slot straight in, or maybe be a rotational. But it does mean we have to sell some players. So if we have a quick look at who we've got in the tactics. So in terms of midfielders, we've got Ewan O'Kane, who I'm not really a fan of. Good work rate, good stamina. Everything else is a bit meh. If we were to bring in, then Phillips could go in box to box, and then we don't really need Kane anymore. We've got Click. I definitely prefer Click to O'Kane. And then on the reserves, we got anyone else in the reserves? Not really. But I don't think we need, if we've got 3 here and then we've got 1 more coming in and Click, that's 5 midfielders. We don't need O'Kane as well. So I'm thinking we should transfer list O'Kane, even if we only get $500,000 for him. It might be worth it. So I just want to see here if we can. We've got a few injuries. Actually, wow. Izzy Brown and Dallas Cooper out for a long time. I'm very much aware of Kumwenda. Yeah, let's apply that. Oh. Well, we don't need to scout the game. Not interested in the invitational. So I just want to actually get to where we could potentially be signing 2.3 million. It's not enough. I want at least 5. Right, Albeck. He's going to sign. No hesitation. I'm happy with him. He can come into the squad. I think he's going to go straight into the team, and we'll put Calvin Phillips as the box to box. Yes, he's a squad player in the prime of his years. Train into a training squad. Welcome into the team. Yeah, I think we'll chuck him straight in. Box to box for Phillips. And Albeck can go just there as a deep line playmaker on defend. I think we'll chuck Shackleton in over O'Kane. Good. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's a good signing so far. Okay, cool. Well, I'll come back when I've got some more news. Okay, as you can see, bad news, guys. Calvin Phillips is out for 3 to 4 weeks. We've actually got a game against Stoke in 3 days, and that's with the championship beginning. So this is a problem, but we do have capable players in our team, so we're going to leave it to the physio, and hopefully he'll be back as sharply as possible. Alright, you join me right before the first game of the championship season. A couple of things I wanted to quickly go through first. In terms of what have I done here? In terms of transfers, so obviously we know Douglas Bamford Kassir into the club. We signed Albeck. Again, I'm really quite happy with him. In terms of outgoings, we've let Downing go. Now, I just didn't think he was really cut out. He was never really gonna make it, so we've let him go to Leyton Orient, and we've also put Gotts out on loan. This one's a bit different. I feel like this one does have potential, Gotts. So we sent him on loan to Oldham, Sky Bet League 2. Hopefully we'll be getting plenty of game time. It says there's going to be a key player, so it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, That was really it before we started. The other quick thing, actually, the Championship, we were predicted to finish in 4th. Villa, West Brom, Norwich, Middlesbrough and Stoke rounded out the top 6. Top 6 predicted to do well. So yeah, I think we'll just quickly check our team, make sure we've got the right lineup. I think in terms of the box to box, we put Shackleton in. Click wouldn't be bad. I'm going to put Shackleton in because I think his physicals are just going to be a lot more helpful. No, I'm going to put Click in. His technicals are a lot better. So Click goes in, Shackleton on the bench. Calvin Phillips drops out for, let's put O'Kane on the bench, who I have actually transfer listed. I don't think he's cut out to make it here at 28 years old. Alright, so we'll in this episode we'll play one game. I think that's mainly what I'll do with this series is I'll do one game on Livecom, then I'll maybe skip 3 or 4 games and come back and show you the results. Barry Douglas can come out as well. He's still got a slight knock, although it says he's fine. He hasn't started hasn't finished rehab yet, so I put Berardi in. Do I want Ayling or... We had another right back. Where's our other right back? Oh, Berardi was the other right back. Okay, fine. Douglas can actually stay on the bench because he's not completely injured, but Cooper is really, really injured. Let's put the goalkeeper on the bench. Why not? And that's it. And on that... Oh no, Hernandez is injured as well. Didn't prepare very well for this. Put winger. He's right-footed. And Alioski is left-footed. So we'll leave him like that. And we'll go into the game and see how it goes. Fingers crossed this goes well. But we've got a tough game against Stoke, who I believe recently, this season, would have been relegated. Yeah, so this is their first season back in. So they're going to be a difficult opponent. Tell them to do it for the fans. And let's go out there and play. We need to change this. So we want key highlights. Slightly faster. Very fast. So we'll see how this goes. Good start already. Oh wow, fantastic! Not even 20 seconds into the Championship season, and we're already 1-0 up against Stoke City. So let's move on through that and see how it goes. Maybe it was a good choice putting Ruth in. Not Tyler Roberts. Patrick Bamford was actually predicted to be one of the potential top scorers in the league. So I was considering putting him in, but I like the look of Ruth. I think he'll do a really good job for us. And already half an hour in, we've got loads of possession. They've not even had a shot. Although Schlupp is very dangerous. So is Afobe. As an Arsenal fan, I know Afobe very well. Shame really, I actually really liked him, but he was never going to be good enough to play for Arsenal, so it's good that he left. And Albeck with his probably, getting involved with the team. Do you know what, I'm going to speed this up just a tiny little bit more. And Roos through. Rounded the goalkeeper. Fantastic. Adam Forshaw with the assist. This is going very well already. Very happy with this. They still even had a shot. All over him. Up to second place already. So it's Alioski with the first assist, Forshaw with the second. And I must say, we have dominated this first half. So I guess all we can really say to the boys is doing really well, keep it going passionately. They're all very happy with that. We're out for the second half. Oh, I didn't expect Ruth to be firing already. Oh, they've got a corner. Good catch by Casilla, who is one of the best goalkeepers in the league. He was actually predicted to be one of the top average ratings, so the top player in the league. And Ruth, less than an hour into his... how long has he been with the club? He's been with the club... Okay, so he's played fairly consistently for the club. Only got 11 goals in 36 appearances last season. And he's already got 3 in his first hour. So hopefully that's a sign of things to come. Already got a hat-trick. Fantastic. Although they have now got more of the ball. I think we should go more positive now. And it's 4-0. Okay, this is outrageous. One thing I do want to clarify that you may have noticed, I do have the editor, in-game editor installed, but I won't be using it for this save. Just wanted to make that abundantly clear in case anyone noticed that in the corner and said, Nathan, it's just there because I wanted to, in one of my other saves, I wanted my local team to just be professional, loads of money, and see where they get to. That's the reason it's installed. But yeah, I mean, I didn't need to make any subs really. We've demolished Stoke here. I could have made some subs, but we're all relatively fit. And quite rightly, Roof walks away with man of the match and the match ball, passionately, very happy with the result and the performance. And that's that for the first game of the season. Bristol also won 4-0, so congratulations to them. Hal makes his debut. We signed him last season, but he never actually played. But I think he's more than good enough to play in this squad. Very good, jumping, reach and head in, so I'm very happy with him. I don't really need to do the press conference. I mean, Roof, you deserve a lot of praise for that, so congratulations on that performance, thank you very much. And yeah, Pellegrini wants Jack Clark. We're not going to rule anything out. I would like to sell him actually, not because I don't want him, but because we'll get a bit of money in for the final part of the season, and maybe we can make a couple more signings for the fee we get for him. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to wrap up this sort of introduction first episode. In terms of the fixtures, I think what we'll do, what were the predictions for the championship? So, okay, maybe we'll come back for the Norwich game. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Norwich. They were predicted to finish third. Sorry, we were supposed to finish fourth. So we'll come back for the Norwich game. I'll play 4 games off camera here and show you sort of the results and the highlights. Well, I won't show you the highlights, but I'll show you kind of who scored and what the overall results were. And then we will kind of crack on with the next episode. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any feedback. I will make, like I said, 1 season, and then we'll move on to something else. But I wanted to do this because I really enjoy this game, and I hope you enjoy it as well. Thank you, and goodbye.